Hey. Oh, I'm back with another Dear Diary. I have things to talk about. But before I get into all of that, I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on today. It's been nothing but raining here for days. So I'm remodeling and making a office/guest bedroom out of one of the rooms that like all the teenagers lived in at one point. Great Dane went through the wall at one point. So I was just going to show you what I'm working on and my plan, so later you can see the before and after. Okay. This is the whole thing, the whole mess. Okay? There's a reason I have black framed. Yeah. Anyway, so you're like, oh my gosh, Melanie, what have you done? You're painting the room black? No, I'm not painting the room black. Well, yes, technically I am, but there's a reason for it. So I'm going to explain some things to you. This is a very, very old house. These walls are not regular walls. They are not drywall. They're like the kind of walls that you get like at a trailer, okay? Which is fine. It's just not standard for a stick-built home. So anyway, I have 2 weeks before our first summer guest arrives, and they're going to need somewhere to stay. So I don't really have the time, the money, or the energy to like tear down all these walls and, you know, yes, it's a mess. I know. Leave me alone. Tear down all these walls and like re-drywall. So in my infinite wisdom, okay, because I'm so smart, I'm using duct tape to patch holes. And then I'm painting over the duct tape with black paint so that it kind of blends. You see what I'm doing there? See? A Great Dane went through the wall over there. But you can see like little holes like that, and you'll barely be able to see it. So that's obviously a closet. I moved all of my holiday storage, like my Halloween costumes, Christmas stuff, whatever, into there out of the sunroom, which I was using as storage. But now that I've cleared that up, I can have a sewing room, which makes me very happy. So this is what I'm working on today. But the final vision, so you don't lose hope with me, is going to be this glorious thing right there. How cute is that? So I'll have wallpaper on top, wainscot on the bottom, so the whole duct tape patch and the whole thing, nobody's ever going to see it anyway. That's going to be totes adorbs. True story. Anyway, so that's kind of my story for the day. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, we need to talk about this, okay? Because, yeah. So I'm going to set my phone up and kind of get back to painting while I explain this story to you, because it's out of control. The story is out of control, okay? First of all, I love Garth Brooks. I've always loved Garth Brooks. Been a fan my whole life, okay? Not too crazy about some of his choices. Devastated to find out he was a total liberal. Ugh. Kind of goes against everything country music. You know what I mean? However, that's not what I'm here to talk about. This is not going to be your ordinary trash talking session today, my friends. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about how a joke on the internet has fueled the craziest rumor I've ever heard in my life, and it is not slowing down. Like, at all. It ain't slowing down, okay? So, these podcasters, and I don't know their names, so don't like, oh, who is it? I need references. Don't keep that shit to yourself. Oh, sorry, I swore. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get better. But, so, excuse me, I'm so sick. So these podcasters are having a conversation about Garth Brooks. And this is how it starts. It starts because they noticed that his online presence is really awkward. It's really uncomfortable to watch. Like, he's not good doing a live feed. He's not good talking to strangers on the internet. So then they started talking about how, well, probably his interviews with television and things he's done in the past have basically been pre-scripted. He knew what the questions were going to be. And they edit it, favorably to him. He's not used to social media. He's not used to the live feed situation. Okay? This is what one of them said. Well, the other one came back with, or maybe he's a complete and total psychopath. He could be a serial killer for all we know. And that's not a quote. That's the gist of the conversation. Okay? One simple little comment on a podcast, and all of a sudden, if you go to any of Garth Brooks' posts or anything like that, you'll see in the comments where the body, like that, where the body's at. Okay? So now it's going viral. People on the internet are like, yeah, Garth Brooks is a serial killer. Ba, 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 ba. And it's like, they're joking, obviously, but kind of not. They're kind of kidding on a square, right? They're kind of like, haha, it's so funny to say Garth Brooks is a serial killer. Then, listen to this. Oh my gosh. So somebody goes, well, wait a minute. Maybe Garth Brooks is a serial killer. Now, let me preface this by saying this. My opinion and respect of him changed when he left his wife of 20-something years for his tour mate. And even though I'm a fan of Trish Yearwood, I just didn't think it was the right thing to do, to get rich and famous and dump your first wife. Little loss of respect there. I was devastated when I found out he was a total libtard. Okay? If you're telling me that Garth Brooks is a serial killer, I quit. I quit humanity. I just quit. I won't even try anymore. I'll give up completely. So just no. Okay? But it's still a fascinating story. So I'm gonna tell it. So now all the people on the internet are like going into his comment sections, talking about where the body's at, da-da-da-da-da. Well, what started out as a joke has now got people, like, seriously talking about it, okay? To the point where somebody was like, wait a minute, this is easily verifiable. Let's do an investigation and look into this. Okay? So what they did was they went and compared all of Garth Brooks' tour dates with murders and missing people in the area. Like, for real. Like, and I'm not tired. This is Garth Brooks. He's been in the business, like, as long as I've been alive, basically. So we're talking about almost 50 years of tour dates. Okay, guys? Like, this ain't no joke. And they actually took the time to go through each tour and each stop and see if there was any missing people or dead bodies. And there was a lot of them, actually, in fact. And it didn't even start with his tours. It started, like, before his tours. So, like, he was in college, he worked at the Boot Barn, somebody ended up missing, like, literally, missing and murdered, like, literally 2 blocks from the Boot Barn, okay? Crazy stuff like that. And then with the tour dates, they were like they pinpointed it. Like, okay, so he stopped at this arena in this city and did a tour, and this body was found 1.3 miles away within 24 hours. That kind of thing. Okay, no, this is real. People are actually coming up with this. So it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and this goes on and on and on, and they're linking so many missing persons and dead bodies to Garth Brooks. And then they even say there was one situation where the girl went missing at one of his concert dates in one city, and her dead body was found in another city that was correlated with his concert dates. So now their presumption is, the big trunks and the big, equipment that the guys, move around on their semi-trucks and stuff to set the show up. They're thinking that he hides bodies in those big black trunks and nobody would know because he'd be like, load up the trucks, guys, time to roll out. And they would just do it. And they're heavy anyway, so it's not like they would oh man, this is extra heavy tonight. There must be a dead girl in here. Nothing like that. Okay? So these... Now it gets really wild. So podcasters start talking to other podcasters and other people that are truth seekers and all on this conspiracy theory internet stuff, right? And the guy ends up writing a book. There is actually a book for sale right now on Amazon. I think it's called Friends Buried in Low Places or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. There's a whole book. Somebody documented these theories, these hypotheses, laid out an argument, and published a book out of an internet rumor. So, here's the thing. Okay? When I think about everything we've collectively been through as a society as of late, and you start to realize, our government is trafficking our children and killing our scientists. Is it such a stretch that Garth Brooks could be a serial killer? I mean, we've literally, for the last decade, pointed out everybody we think is drinking adrenochrome and sacrificing babies and doing all of this on Epstein Island. Those rumors and stories were equally as wild. So is it such a stretch? I don't know. I don't know if it is or it isn't. I never met him. But the crazy part about him is, I never met him. He's literally known as, one of the nicest guys. People love him. Nobody has ever, to my knowledge, been blah, blah, blah. I know he had some kind of a Me Too movement there for a second, but I'm kind of whatever with that. Everybody's trying to get their 15 minutes and their big fat checks, so I don't even believe any of them anymore, which is sad because there's real victims in the world. But anyway, so aside from that, everybody always says, nice guy, respectable, blah, blah, blah. Definitely never been described as a serial killer. So here's where my head goes next. Question number 2. Is this more of a commentary on Garth Brooks? Or is it a commentary on us? The audience? I think we got itchy ears. The Bible talks about that. We want to be fed this, salacious, awful stuff. We crave it. I personally don't, but you know what I'm saying. And you know I'm right, or else Candace Owens wouldn't be getting so many viewers. People are obsessed with knowing every single little thing going on, especially if it's melodrama, especially if it's gossip, especially if it's something completely torrid. You know what I mean? That's what people want to hear. That's what's getting likes. All that negative energy just out there. This is why I said. That's why I said I'm like trying to like cut back my social media because like it's so negative. Like why can't somebody ever spread a rumor about how somebody like, I don't know, cured cancer? Oh, because they'd be killed. That's right. I forgot. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been thinking about today was do these kind of viral stories and rumors, which it seems a little crazy to me. I don't think it's real, okay? But on the other hand, he hasn't sued for libel, so that's interesting. Maybe he just doesn't know about it. But how could he not know about it? Even if he doesn't read his comments, he's got to have like a social media person. He has to know about this rumor. He has to know what people are saying about him. He has to. I've never seen him address it or file action. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, calling someone a serial killer is definitely defamation of character. Just saying. Definitely a defamation. But then again, who do you sue? Because the podcasters weren't really saying it. They were like joking around and making like, you know, amusement out of it. It's the people that took the thing too far. So I guess just the authors. But it's still crazy. I don't know. I didn't know. And, you know, not to be all weird and everything, but, you know, there's a reason we're not supposed to be gossiping, okay? Bible says not to gossip. It says not to gossip in the vein of don't lie on your neighbor and stuff like that. This is why. Especially in America. We take things too far. I mean, we take them too far, okay? Too far. It really hurts somebody. And I don't think it does any good for us either. Like, I'll be honest with you. I definitely don't tolerate gossip about people in my real life. Okay? I'm not into all that. I think that's childish and petty. But I am also at the point where I'm starting to be like, maybe I shouldn't be listening to celebrity gossip either. Like, why are we acting like they're not human beings? And truthfully, I don't want to know. Like, I'm kind of like over it. Like, I don't want to know. Most of the stuff is none of my business. I don't want to know about the baby oil. I don't want to know about the Lolita Express. I don't want to know anymore. Okay? Ignorance really was bliss. And we are finding that out the hard way. But more importantly, when I know so much about a celebrity, it ruins it for me. It just ruins it. Okay? Next time I listen to the dance, I'm going to be thinking of Garth Brooks chasing some young fan down the road, singing the dance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And like De Niro. Loved Robert De Niro. I absolutely adored him. Okay? Absolutely adored him. I'll never be able to watch The Godfather again. Thanks a lot. One of my favorite movies in the whole world. But I can't stand looking at it. I don't want to know your politics, bro. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what you think. Yes, you're entitled to your opinion. Yes, you're entitled to your vote as an American citizen. Okay? But stop using your platform for stupid. Okay? Taking political advice from a celebrity is like asking the court jester how to run the kingdom. No thanks, bro. Keep that to yourself. I don't need your advice. You have no idea what's going on in the real world. You don't know what it's like to be a real human being. You live in a bubble protected by an entourage of people who suck up to you all day long and tell you how smart you are. You are not smart. You are not. And they are not your friends. They are paid to say these things. Sorry to burst your bubble. So, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not into the celebrities, like, giving me their opinions about everything. Because it's ruining my entertainment. Like, it's literally ruining my entertainment. There are shows that I don't enjoy anymore. There are music I don't enjoy anymore. Because I have to listen to you guys complain all day. So, that's why I like old Hollywood. You know, back in the day, we didn't know anything, okay? Everything was a mystery. And it made entertainment so much better because you could see them as the character they're portraying. You know what I mean? You could actually, like, get into the story without having all their baggage come into it. I don't know. And that goes for not just politics, but personal life stuff too. Like, seriously. Okay? Celebrities who, like, 10 years ago, oh my God, TMZ, I can't get any privacy. Oh, I'm so abused by the paparazzi. Now, they're like their own paparazzi. Okay, these people be posting pictures of themselves on the toilet. On the toilet, okay? No joke. I don't want to see you take a poop. I don't. The less I know about a celebrity, the more likely I am to enjoy their content. That's where I'm at. So, anyway, that was my story time for the day. Yes, I have to get back to painting. Look into this Garth Brooks situation. And, gosh, I would be so devastated. Garth, please don't be a serial killer. Just learn how to use social media. Make it go away. All right.